Alright guys, you guessed it, another knife review. Unboxing first impressions on Columbia River Knife and Tool, CRKT's Civet. Now this is a fixed blade. I chose the drop point style on this one just because I have the minimalist in the Bowie, and this is almost the same size, same dimensions like that, but this doesn't have those finger choils. This is designed by a different designer from them. The minimalist is a Foltz knife. There it is. This is designed by Akoma. This is a very similar size overall. It's a 3-finger with your pinky hanging off. Comes with a sheath, a little different style than the Foltz design. Instead of nylon cord, you have the chain. It does have this little plastic piece here, so when you're wearing it as a chain, that is what sits on the back of your neck. So when you give a tug, it doesn't bite into you, which is nice that they thought of that, added it in there. It's got some chain wrapped on the end. Let's see if I get that over. It actually does a little tight for wrapping your wrist and keeping it on there as a lanyard. I'll probably take that off just because, I don't know, maybe I'll leave it on, who knows. I'm thinking that I might actually use this for a deer knife. I've been debating on switching to a new deer knife, and that's why I got this. It has one pretty solid finger choil there. Then the rest are not very pronounced, pretty smooth. It does have kind of a sharp back. You can see that right there. It does have kind of a sharp end to it. The handle is pretty comfortable. It's got some jimping here, and then it's got a choke up point with some jimping. Not very aggressive, but enough to keep your finger from slipping up. Good for a nice choke up grip. It's nice to have that finger grip. That feels pretty comfortable. Feels pretty sharp out of the box, sharper than the minimalist. I have no idea, to be perfectly honest with you, what that little cutout is for. I couldn't tell you why that's there. I hope that doesn't chip the blade at any point, but I don't think it will. Let me tell you another reason I bought this knife is for the sheath. If you have no idea, I'm going to take this chain off real quick and show you. This is just a pretty cool design that they did, that they came up with for the sheath. A lot of times you got a deer, you do whatever, you cut some stuff, cut some food up, and you throw your knife in the sheath with your dirty blade. To figure out which way it goes. Almost seems like it wants to go in backwards for me, but now you get a bunch of crud in your knife, which is kind of odd. Usually you have to rinse it out. Now they took it to a step where your sheath now slides apart for easy cleaning and maintenance, which is a nice feature. It's something that no one's ever really done that I know of. Not a lot of knife design goes into the sheath, but they did, and it snaps pretty positive in there. You got your holes for that chain, so when it goes through, you're pretty locked up, and it isn't going to slide apart. You can switch it to, maybe I'll switch it to like paracord or something, just so I have some on there. Maybe I'll leave the chain, I don't know. It's kind of, chain reminds me of the guys that walk around with the dog tags that were never in the military, or you see the guys like walking around the army surplus stores. Just remember being a kid and going to the surplus store, and there was those kind of creepy old guys walking around with, they always had those chains on their neck with dog tags or weird stuff. So I don't know, it's just always been a kind of a weird thing to see. But put this back on here for now too. because if you do wear the ball chain, that is a nice little addition. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but it does probably save pinching on your neck if you have any kind of hair back there or something like that. Just a nice little touch, I guess. I do see, I have no idea why this is going to kind of bug me for some reason. If I could get that close up in there, there is a hole right in the center, and the very tip of the blade, if that's picking up, sticks out. I have no idea why they didn't enclose that fully. That just kind of is gonna bother me looking at it and seeing that little bit of blade sticking through there. It's weird. I don't know why that's open in that sense. That's a soft point on it. It does come with the hardware to make a belt carry out of it if you want. Comes out nice, holds in there nice. I like to give a swing around, see if it flies out, and it's in there pretty good. Again, pull it out. Feels good pulled out, feels good in your hand. Let's grab the Harbor Freight catalog here. And it's sharp. It came sharper than the Minimalist did. The Minimalist was sharp enough for me out of the box where I will probably sharpen it when I get around to it, but this definitely is good enough. I don't need to take it inside and sharpen it up. I'm happy with the sharpness right now, I can tell you that. But since it came wrapped in a rubber band, let's see how it pops a rubber band. Let's put some pressure on it. Pretty good. Not absolutely scalpel razor blade sharp, which I very rarely will find a knife from the factory that is that sharp, but definitely sharper than the Minimalist, and 100% sharper than the CRKT M16 that I did a little review on. That did not come with any kind of edge that I liked to it, to be honest with you. That knife just was a failure in my opinion, but that's a whole other ball game. For fixed blade, I like it. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I got it for 26 bucks. They have it on Amazon, they have it on eBay, I've seen it on other websites, I saw it online even on Dix's website. So pretty good knife for the money so far in my opinion. I like it. It's got that stainless finish. It's not bead blasted like the Minimalist, so it has that shine, which not a huge deal to me. I don't really mind it. The black, I don't know what material the handle scales are made out of. Some kind of plastic material. They have that weird kind of pattern to them, which looks uncomfortable to be honest with you, but it's not bad. It does give a nice feel in your hand. I like it. I really do. Between the Minimalist and this, I honestly don't know if I'd be able to tell you which one I like more, but that's why I got the Minimalist in the Bowie shape and this in the drop point. Just two different options for basically the same style of knife is what I'm going to say. A small neck knife, fixed blade, and they will both come in handy enough. I'm sure I could use this to cut some food up. If you need to do something, little fine work, this will work. And this is pretty good for the money. You're looking at like $10 to $6 more than the Minimalist. But overall, I like it. They do offer it in the Bowie style also if you're looking for that. But overall, I'd say this is a win on their end. Alright? Thanks, guys.